Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. I'm currently feeding calves, but right now Outlander is having her baby. So for those of you that were around last year in April, you will know Outlander very well because I took her to the National Holstein Convention in Saskatoon. So she's this red and white heifer that I took to the show. She is not as tame as she was because she's been living her life in the corral for now. And I'm pretty sure she's been covered by the bull, so probably gonna get a little black and white calf, and I'm guessing it's gonna be a little bull calf, but it's really exciting because this means her first milking today will be done by me, which doesn't typically happen for one of my tame animals, so I'm really excited. Gotta focus a little bit on feeding calves, and then we can go check and see how she's doing in her labor. Who's a good baby? There you go, buddy. So we've got a little sickie here. She pooped in her bucket, so that's nasty. You can't drink that. No. Okay, I was gonna wait, but I gotta check. I gotta know what this baby is gonna be. So we're gonna go check on her right now. really big bull calf. He was very large. So just helped her to get him off a little bit quicker because she hadn't really progressed for about half an hour. So that's kind of when you go in, you're like, okay, what's the deal, lady? So went in and the bag had popped, so then it's typically just better if you gently pull off the calf. So like, if you'll notice, I did not pull unless she was having a contraction. If you are pulling without there being a contraction, you can like potentially damage the cow and the calf. So it's just a slow process. Never just quickly pull it off. You have to work with the animal and just, it's slow going. And I'm a little out of breath because that's a hard pull, but it was okay. He's fine. He's got a couple of aunties looking after him as well. So yeah, Outlander is officially going to be a milk cow. So it's the following day and I've had a few hours to think about yesterday and pulling off the calf. And in the moment, I don't really think about why I do everything that I do, but afterwards I can think and then coherently tell you guys. So I just want to reiterate, the only reason why I interfered with Outlander and her birth is because I had seen her at the same stage for like half an hour, which, you know, at a certain point it's like, okay, baby should be coming out by now. And that's why I intervened, because I saw her at the same stage of labor, like a little bit of tongue out, a little bit of feet out, for the same, you know, positioning for like half an hour. So that's why I decided to go in and pull baby off. Another thing is always pull down towards the udder if you're pulling off a baby, whether that's goat or cow, because that's the natural way that they'll push an animal out of their body. Is the natural flow is to go down and out, basically. So also make sure you pull with the contractions. That is the most important thing. Otherwise you will potentially really seriously injure or damage the calf or the mom, so, or the goat. So I just wanted to make sure that that was made clear. Baby is doing well, and it's time for me to milk cows right now, and then I'll give you an update on the baby and what I've been doing with the goats lately. All right, so this is what I meant by updates on the goats. So we have Ginger and her baby Musketeer. Musketeer is for sale. Unfortunately, she somehow inherited the myotonia gene, which is the fainting gene. So if she gets a little too stressed too suddenly, she'll stiffen up and fall over. So she isn't something that we want to work on in the Nigerian dwarf breed, because they're not fainting goats. That's a specific breed of goats. If that's what you want, then you should go get fainting goats or myotonic goats. Nigerian dwarves are not supposed to do that. So we have chosen to part ways with her. So she is available. She's a really sweet little gal. And then I have Harissa here. She's staying. And then Andri and Dreamer are also outside. And Rhea. Just kidding. Rhea and Flicka. So Harissa and Rhea are my two proven does, and then I'll be keeping Flicka and Dreamer and Andri for little replacement babies. And then my mom's goat is Ginger. You can see that by the blue collar. I try to put all of my mom's goats with blue collars on there, and mine all have purple. When they're big enough, of course, because obviously the babies aren't big enough yet. But they're all happy outside. And I've been adding goats slowly but surely to buck pens. So at this point, I now have 5 does with Batman. That hasn't changed. But I have put some of the new does that I got with Samurai. So this is Margaret. She's new. This is Samurai. And that's also a new one. I have yet to figure out her name because her tag fell out. So I have to try and match her description to the papers that I have. Yeah, but they're not papered paper, like actual registered. They're commercial goats. So they were from a tested herd that was getting out of goats. So this is Margaret, and she's a very sassy lady. Very funny. And then I moved Cowboy, Hurricane, and Sinbad into this pen, which is honestly better for everyone because I have a really hard time catching Sinbad over there because he's so wild, so it's better that he's in a smaller pen. And then Shine with her baby Cisco right there is also moved out. And actually all of these goats were inside last time I think I updated you guys. So Breeze and Ricochet here, and then this is Payette with Lonesome Dove and Comanche Moon. Don't ask me how I keep them all straight in my mind. I am just a little bit animal crazy. So these are some more of the new ones. This is Coco, Chloe. And I can't remember what her name is. And that's Lilibet. And then they're a mix of a couple of different breeds. This lady, she ended up buying some Boer goats to start, and then she over the years had a Spanish buck, so some of these have some more Boer Spanish in them. And then last year she had a few of them bred to a Nubian, so there are 2 Nubian dolings in here. They're like a half Nubian, quarter Spanish, quarter Boer. So that's actually really interesting to see. I'll be breeding them all to purebred registered Boer bucks. So eventually the babies will be percentage, and then after so many generations you can call them purebred. Their registration number is a little bit different compared to a goat that's always been purebred. There's a little TR in front to denote that it has come previously from different stock, but after so many generations it will be considered purebred. So I'm just gonna work on having all of these goats bred by purebred Boer bucks, and then eventually they'll all be purebred. So that's pretty cool. I'm really impressed with these colors because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the same as anyone else. I want a structurally sound goat, but it's a bonus if they look pretty. So yeah. So I'm just in the calf barn again here, and I wanted to show you guys that bull calf that I helped to pull off yesterday. He's right here. He's doing fine. He's had a couple good poops already, it looks like. So he's doing pretty good. And then this is a little heifer that we had born this evening. And she's doing pretty good too. She's really big for a heifer. And then these are some other babies that we have in here. She was born on the 17th. And this little lady was born on the 16th, weren't ya? Yeah. You're a cute little darling, aren't ya? Yes. You playful? And then a little while ago, I got your guys' help to name the calf 2083. And her name is Bonnie. And she's doing pretty good too. She had a little episode of being under the weather, but she's doing pretty good now. luckily. So. And then this is the reno barn with all of the older calves in group pens. And this is the pen that Cricket and Felix are in. So here's Cricket. Hey, stinker. And then we have the fantastic Felix here. Hey, silly girl. So she's being kept inside longer just so that we can keep a good eye on her. She's kind of a little bit of a pet now. So we just kept her inside longer since she was so small. And the same with Cricket. She's not as tame as Felix, but she's still little and requires a little bit of extra help. What are you doing? Yeah, you can tell the longer they stay in here, the tamer they get. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe and share it with a friend. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.